Well, thank God that was recording.
That was incredible.
Really?
Just, I mean, of course, I just like, let's,
That's all I need to hear. That's all I need. I just need one person to say that, and I know I can edit it to be that.
it shares the whole story now. And it's trusting. It's like, this is what it is, and this is my offer. Like, you can even just, when you edit, maybe start off with the offer, and then the story
Great
follows.
idea. Great idea. So
Because
that's what. So that was the whole idea. I knew I had to nail the offer. So you're saying in the end I nailed the offer?
you have to listen to it again, but I think so, yeah. I got the offer. Yeah.
Man, that's
I,
all I needed. The story was just had to. I had to go through that to get there.
and the path,
Why this whole thing started by me saying I have a lot of pressure right now because I'm not connected to the story. So
yeah,
I can't even see what I'm supposed to say. All I know is whatever I know I'm supposed to say, it's coming from my head and not my heart.
yeah, beautiful.
Thank you for being that. Okay, so I'm doing a social accountability sharing video right now for something that just happened in an experience I had with Samina that I don't want to poison it by giving it a name. I just this is something that was very very profound that got was a result. So you could say that it was part of an implementation session, which it was, but what I'm about to share with you is something that we would never promise anyone that would happen for them. We'd never think of it, but yet we can because I realize this happens all the time when Samina knows that's the role I need her to play for me. I was struggling with putting out the offer that I had in my head on video because I knew I wasn't connected to the heart and soul of my story. And even though I knew what the offer was, it was just like it was so nervous, so much pressure. And then whatever happened here between me and Samina, you'd have to like look at the footage to be able to explain what she does. So I'm going to do my best. Samina is kind of like there's what's that insect called? You guys know it's like this lizard or creature that could change an amphibian. It's this lizard that can camouflage. It has the ability to camouflage. It has it's an insect. What's it called?
Caterpillar?
No, 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 no. Everybody else knows what I'm talking about. It's a particular insect that has it's the only insect or animal or whatever it is that has the ability to camouflage. Like in other words, if it goes near a green leaf, it turns green. If it's beside wood, it turns wood. And I think there's animals that do that too. It's kind of like Samina is the opposite of that. She's able, yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah, so that you're not distracted. This is how she gets you to express your offer, your story, or whatever. She goes through this process as if like you're brown, then she becomes brown. And so like she's just it's like you and her are one. And if you start to get angry and you turn red, you see that Samina is like you don't see Samina as ever being anything that draws attention to her. Oh my God. I wish I knew the name of this. It's an insect. I think there's an animal that does it too. I don't know if there's a bird that does it. I don't know. Maybe there's a flower. I don't know. But this is who you are, Samina. My God, this is who you are as a brand. I'm the chessboard and the Rubik's cube. That's the closest kind of physical objects that could represent who I am. And yours is that you just adapt no matter where that person goes. You know you never change. You just become what they want. You become them. You become invisible so they don't see you, which is the whole point, so that you're not just you don't you they're not distracted from looking at themselves and just you let me speak, but then you ask the question when it was the right time to ask the question, like you somehow knew you'd never ever interrupt anything that shouldn't be interrupted. And you also have this ability to always interrupt when you're supposed to be interrupting it, period, every single time. You never interrupt the flow or the power of the individual's process. So I was just able to create finally the whole story of All Addictions Anonymous right now that resulted in us, all the major changes that have happened. It's no longer a not-for-profit, about to be that way, and then be able to say the offer for people in a way that at this time they will get the offer, want the offer, and the offer is going to make a huge freaking difference, for people that otherwise there was going to be no difference going to happen. And when people see those that are interested, Samina, in seeing what am I talking about, because even right now I might sound like I'm an amazing salesperson, and but if you go and take a look where, I don't even know where we're putting it, but see, it was all captured on video. So I just got my whole brand that I can now go edit it, or get someone else to edit it, or pay Samina to edit it, which I'm going to do the editing myself personally, right? I don't need to pay her money. But I got it now. There's my thing. I can take this and give it to a writer like John, and he can go, work with me to have my message and my offer communicated powerfully, authentically, effectively, with the passion that could only come out if it's my voice, my passion. So are we promising that Samina can bring out that passion every single time? No, we're not. But are we promising that if she can't, that I will do it for you guys with Samina on the call? Yes, we are. I hope they get to see my offer that I end up editing. It won't be perfect, but either will yours. It will look messy, so will yours. But you know what? The passion will be so compelling that it will convert. And I will be so proud of that message because I was at my best. Because I wasn't even there. I was just expressing my passion, answering the right questions that Samina was asking, which was 1, 2. She just let me get going and roll and talk. And then the way she looked at me, the way I could tell she was fully engaged and getting what I was saying. And then that fueled my passion even more because I wasn't talking to a camera. I was talking to a person who was very fascinated, clearly out on the other end of the screen, and hearing everything I was saying. Even as I was stumbling, I'd look at her and realize she didn't think I was stumbling. Just keep going. Like, what the hell is that worth? That goes in the offer, John. Right? What was that worth? Because we can promise that every time. Right? Because at some point, if a person's taking even just our 12-month offer with you, and they get one session with me, right, only per month, in 12 weeks, we will definitely, because we record all our Zoom sessions in the highest quality possible with the intent to capture the organic expression of our passions being talked about, illuminated, expressed, acted upon in the videos, because some of these sessions are implementation sessions. So now we have footage of documenting your entire journey, including the coaching, the counseling, and the actions that we're doing together, that you're doing with Samina. And we're capturing all that because now we got all this video content that you could use for her well over a year. You could take all of that content and edit it. Obviously, that's an upgrade fee, but one of the package could contain that as an upgrade. We'll record all the sessions, and here's how that works. And then there's upgrades related to if it indeed were correct and there's this content that could be used, we can charge fees for that. Simply make sure the agreement says that for this fee, you do not own the content. We're allowed to record it. You have the right to tell us to delete the recordings at any time, but you don't have the right to record the conversations or use them for any purposes without our knowledge, consent in writing. Boom, that's an agreement. Right? Because that's how we can make money, right? We're going to do all this, blow you away. And in the end, if you feel that it was worth what you paid for and it was worth so much more, and you see the value of us editing the content for you, certain pieces of it, we have a fee structure for that. And you can, and then we have an offer for that has 3 levels. So it's an incentive to buy like lots of that. Isn't that amazing? You could literally give the program away for free right now, as long as you knew each person had an intention to want to they're hungry for that content. They want us to edit it. I'm not suggesting we do that, but that's a nice little thing to add into our offer. I can't hear you. Oh, if I don't have to. Yeah, I heard you just say for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. What do you love about what I just said? That was amazing.
Just like you said, it's like not just what you said and it making sense and it being the story behind it, but it's the passion. Yes, it's messy. It's like when you said that, remember when you were wearing the blue kurta and you were talking about, All Addictions Anonymous or whatever at the time, and then you're like, gotta work more for free, and you put messages out and got like 10 bookings in like 24 hours. It was very messy. There was no clear offer in there. But what got people to book and watch, it was your passion that came out, your passion. And people watched, like it was a 45-minute video or something. They watched the whole thing. Right? So it's a passion that matters most. Like you could be saying all the right things, if you're not passionate, yeah.
All right. I didn't hear a word you said for the last 5 minutes. Something happened to both of them, lost their connection.